Welcome back, everybody, to the Royals franchise where we're deadlocked in the middle of the AL Central. We're at 31-28 starting today, just a touch above the Tigers. The White Sox are really not that far behind, and the Twins are in a massive free fall. They have only won one game in the last 10, and they are above us in the rankings right now, so we are hoping to catch them soon, and everybody is trailing the Guardians. On the calendar, we have a series here on the road against Cincinnati, and then we do meet the Twins for a 4-game stretch. So I hope that their woes continue, and we can stay on our winning ways. After a win in Texas here, we begin on Monday versus the Reds and Nick Lodolo.
Yes.
And we do pick up a win, 6-3. Nice job, Burgert, for win number 4 on the year.
Awesome. Yeah, that number 5 spot's holding strong for us.
Next up is Reagans versus Singer. And Singer has got a 5.10 ERA, 5 wins, 5 losses. And let's see if we can seal the series here in game 2. Oh, hell yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. We offered up two of our extra outfielders, and we got Mark Vientos, who's going to be our new DH. Nice.
Don't let the average fool you either. He's averaging 187 right now. But the reason that we target him as a DH is because his power is at an elite level right now. We don't plan on using him at third base at all, really. His fielding ability is very low. He's not good for speed either, and the contact, vision, clutch, all that's pretty low. But I think the power that he supplies makes him an ideal DH, and it's an upgrade there because we only had Kyle Isbell batting DH, and he's definitely got a serviceable bat, but he's also just a backup center fielder for us right now with elite level defense. So I think we continue to utilize him off the bench in the outfield. But as far as the bat goes, we definitely were seeking more DH, and that's why we targeted Vientos.
Oh
no.
We got thumped by the Reds.
Ouch.
Old Reagans took it on the chin.
All right, well, let's see if Waka can bounce back versus Williamson for game 3. It's the clincher.
Yes.
Yeah. Shut him out. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, Waka with a 3.26 ERA after that. Nice.
So a series win propels us into the 4-gamer against Minnesota. And they had lost 10 in a row. Looks like they just won a game. So they are still 1-9, but we're half a game behind them now. So we could propel ourselves into second place if we take this series. All right, let's see what game 1 offers.
Oh,
wow. Lopez did very well.
Yep.
He went 7 innings. Wow.
Damn.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Good job, kid.
We can't mop them. We can still take the series. Let's go. Ah, fuck.
Noah Cameron versus our old villainous frenemy, Taj Bradley.
God.
Come on. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Cameron gets the win, and Bradley takes the L on a big offensive day, 10-4.
Perfect. That's what we need.
All right, next up is Burgert versus Ober.
Yes.
And it's a
5-2 victory.
Yeah, plenty of offense for us in this series. All right, it's time to take this series and take the number 2 spot in the division. We've won 2 out of 3 so far, and Cole Reagans is going to get the start. And it's going to be a tough one, I think, here. Woods Richardson with a 3.05 ERA is absolutely got to be their best performing starting pitcher at this point. Reagans, who we do have a lot of high hopes for, is really, really struggling so far. So a mismatch here on the mound might net the Twins a split, but let's see if we take it. Yes. There we go.
6-0 shutout. There we go. Way to go.
That's nice.
Cole Reagans picks up the win.
Let's make it official. There it is. 36-30. Your number 2 team in the AL Central. 8-2 in the last 10. We are on a hot streak for sure.
Very nice to see.
The batter, number 7.
All right, we're in the middle of the next series here. It's game 2 versus Texas. Tie ball game, 2 men on, and Bobby Baseball himself at the plate. 3 for 4 today versus Jalen Beeks on the mound. We've got a situation where we could walk this thing off. Let's see how we bat to start this game. Well, went after the high fastball late, and it's fouled away. Bobby, wow.
That one foul.
He's averaging 190 with runners in scoring position.
Getting 321 on the year.
And just a light little tapper over to second base. What a disappointing hit.
Ouch.
Dang, man. Just early on the timing, but yeah, we couldn't square that up. It's just outside the zone, and it's going to come down to Starling Marte. Oh, that cutter was coming in. It cut well, but we're early on the timing.
Another one's a bad average with runners in scoring.
Yeah.
194, hitting 266.
Just no clutch. Well, there it is. Okay, we're sending that runner, Marte, into right field, and we walk it off. There we go.
Yes. All right.
I was hoping to give Bobby his big moment here, but Marte steps up to the plate and takes this team home with a win.
Yeah, Marte, just increase that trade value, bud.
So the home stretch ends up being a 500 run for us. We took the series with the first 2 games against Texas, and then the other team from Texas took the first 2 games against us. We did prevent the sweep in game 3 with an 8-5 win. So the 2 Texas series at home ends up being 3-3, and now we go on the road for a short stretch against the Washington Nationals, who are 24-48 to start this year. Bubich against Hers is the very first matchup. Well, it wouldn't be an episode of the Two Idiots Royals franchise without Schreiber making an appearance in a critical situation. Here we go. Bottom of the 8th, 2 men on the corners with only 1 out. We need a double play ball or a strikeout, pop out, some combination of a non-productive out, and just immediately we'll just watch this go over the wall. All righty then.
Just like real life.
You know, I can't even set the table sometimes on these situations. You know, I'm in the middle of trying to give the lay of the land here, and Schreiber on the very first pitch, just an immediate bomb. All right.
Wow.
Well, Schreiber sealed the deal there, and the Nationals took game 1, and now Noah Cameron versus Miles Michaelis. I like that name.
Up next for the Nationals.
Here in game 2 with Kopech now, and it's a tie ball game and 0-0, but Kopech has given up 2 hits to allow these 2 base runners 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. We are trying to push extra innings. We'll begin with a cutter. Pretty good one, a little more elevated than I wanted there, but I still like that pitch.
That was 0 for 3 in the day.
We miss on location, but it still ends up in a good spot. And now let's try that slider to punch him out. No chase outside the zone.
Let's keep him over. Let's keep him over. Let's go.
Yep, try cutter high. No chase there, so Young has got some good discipline right now. I'm going to go low with a fastball. Inside. And this is now a real big challenge. I'm going to try a cutter. Low and in. Misses. Oh. Yeah,
At least he'd make you pay for it.
I don't like how most of these pitches have not gone where I wanted. So we're going to try to bear down here on a slider. It's got to be close enough. I don't want to walk him. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted, but Young does a good job to stay alive here off the foul tip. I got to go back to a fastball. High and in. There we go. 100-mile-an-hour heat right by him, and we get our first out.
Job he was behind on that, because that could have been dangerous.
Yes, it could have. All right. And a cutter to begin here. Just one more out to push extra innings. Definitely a situation for Kopech. Wow, a flailing defensive swing there. We're down to the final out, or final strike, rather. Let's see if a slider will do it. Yeah, that's a much better slider.
There we go.
There we go. And we give the boys a chance. All right, we're going to stick with it here in the bottom of the 10th as the boys were able to score the ghost runner, and now Strom has been put in to close this thing down. 8, 9, and 1 due up with the ghost runner. Let's see if we can save this game.
Ball 1.
I do feel like we need some pitching redemption after Schreiber gave up that blast. And that's lifted to right field. Nunez is going to pop out, and they will send the runner over to third base. Nothing we can really do about that, but it's going to be 2 tough outs to get here to strand him.
Eric Haas 0 for 2 on the day. 228 on the year.
Good
Nice cutter.
Yeah. Flailing on the circle change, and we just need one more to save this thing. And we are facing C.J. Abrams. Miss inside on a sinker. That's not close at all.
Man, he's only hitting 123 at runners and scoring 252 in the year, and he's 0 for 4 today.
Can't quite locate now.
Abrams is kind of driving the struggle bus a little bit.
A little bit.
On Strom, bear down here and get it done.
And it's just barely foul. Very, very close to change in this ball game, but we're down to the final strike. We will bear down on a slider. And that's past him. We've got it. 2 situations with the pitcher now in the same game that we have saved it, pushing extras, and then closing it down. Nice job. All right, we put ourselves into a position to take this series versus the Nationals. Hopefully we can. Bergert on the mound is a good foot forward, and we'll see how he performs versus Jake Irvin and the Nationals.
Unfortunately, we did not take the series against Washington. They took it from us. We're back home for a weird series with the Cardinals. 2 games, a day off, and then we finish on Sunday. First up, we got Cole Ragans versus Matthew Liberatore.
Whoa.
Wow.
There
After getting beat by Washington. Yeah, the Bats come alive against St. Louis. Shit, 12-2. We get some more of that, please. All right, Michael Wacha on the mound versus Kyle Leahy.
All right, we're going to step into a situation here in Game 2 as St. Louis has recovered from the blitz that we gave them in Game 1. They are above us by 1 right now. 2 men on, 2 out, and you can't see the name, but this is Drew Waters at the plate. And we recently had to call him up to the major league level to take the place of Lane Thomas, who has a fractured hand currently on the IL. So, a big moment here for Waters to step up, possibly impact this club immediately. We'll watch that fastball high and tight as the Cardinals are warming up 2 righties in the pen. All right, Drew.
He's 0 for something, hitting 175. I can't see. 0 for 2 maybe. I can't see that because there's no quality control at San Diego Studios.
Yeah. Let that go on the outside edge. It does trim the zone. It's called for a strike. And that one to shortstop. And we don't have the speed to run it out. So we will strand 2, and the situation resolves in favor of the Cardinals. We'll stick with it and take another shot here in the bottom of the 8th. 1 on, 1 out, and we are still down by 1. So we could make a difference here with Massey. Perfect shot, center field, and there's not enough power behind it. It is a long fly out for out number 2. That's really disappointing, especially on a perfect hit, man.
Yeah, if that had been pulled a little bit, he might have been all right, but deepest part of the park.
All right, Carter Jensen then is going to inherit this situation, and there's 2 down now. You need something productive to keep this inning alive. We'll watch that fastball inside.
He's hitting 289. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Come on, Jansen.
I don't know how you see that. And that is a line drive, and it does fall in center field. There we go.
Nice.
2 on and 2 out now for the 9-hitter. And it is Drew Waters again. Here we go.
Time for redemption, Drew. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh, way early on that splitter. Yeah, check the bat on that. It was definitely the bat's fault.
Yeah, there's a hole in it.
100%. Okay, quickly an 0-1 count. And we're late on that one. It's to left field. Will it drop in foul territory? Yes, it will. Waters now down on an 0-2 count, but we do get another chance. Glad it wasn't caught. Oh, no, I wanted to check it. Waters couldn't hold back. We went around, and Stanek strands two.
Damn it.
All right, we'll get one last crack at this. We'll get the full half inning here as it's the bottom of the ninth, and the Cardinals have their closer in, Matt Swanson. I like that. It sounds so smarmy. Ooh, Swanson, yeah. Sounds a little Dutch.
It could be.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
The man with no name is hitting 306.
Yeah.
I know it's Garcia, but I can't tell
right.
Even
up on the big board, it's still egregiously stupid. Somebody did that. Somebody who was paid money did that. Look up there.
That was a quality job.
It looks like an eyeball that is just blindingly white over a blue background, and then there's like shades of light. I can't read shit up there. What are they thinking?
They weren't.
Okay, and there we go on an 0-2 count. Yeah, we rip it into right field. Nice job. And we're going to pinch run. Bobby, he can't even read the name. I know it's him, obviously, but like, really?
All they had to do was put a black outline around the letters.
Yeah,
That's
something.
The simplest thing.
Oh, what a bad jump from Bobby. This is dangerous, actually. Okay, no, he makes it. Okay, you're all right. Can't read anything there.
Nope.
Ridiculous.
Yes.
All right, Tyler. I don't know if it's Tolbert or Tolbear. I'm leaning towards Tolbear.
Yeah, let's go Tolbear. Let's give him a little fancy on his
bit
last
of a
name.
flair there. Flair for Tolbear. 1-1 count here. Bobby in scoring position. Nah. Shouldn't have swung it.
Tolbear's only hitting 133, so
that
we
might
need a
go
big
down.
moment from this man. Come on, let's go.
I'd love to see it. Tolbear watches the cutter.
Good eye.
2-2. Should we steal with Bobby, do you think?
Yeah.
I'll give him the extra step. He tried. He's got to make up for the jump. It was a really bad one to try to get to second base. He did make it, but hopefully this one to third is better. Yeah. Swinging and missing. Oh, we do steal third.
Yep.
All right, and it's the pass squatch. No, I wanted to check it, man. Why can't I check any swings? It even says contact check swing. It knows that I was checking. I'm not lying. Whoa, I had like a little bit of a graphical flip.
Yeah, I know. What the hell is that?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, I want a mulligan. Put it back to an 0-1 count.
Yeah, can we just rewind that for a second?
Shit. Well, this has gotten bad very quick. And okay, stay alive. We ground it. This is worrying. All right, pass squatch. You can do this. Come on. And just barely foul. Come on, man. Staying alive here. That's actually 4 balls that we've swung at.
Yeah.
My goodness. But we got to protect on the 0-2 now. So there it is again. Staying alive. The Bee Gees would be proud.
A little bit out front of that. You can put it down the right field line.
Yeah. 0-2 again.
I hate this.
Nope.
Oh.
Awful. Just really, really bad. All right. Last chance. Blindingly white. I don't know who this is. Oh, it's Vientos.
Yeah.
Look, I can't. There's, all 3 sections that utilize the different color scheme for the City Connects are blinded out. I can't see it on the left. I can't see it on the bottom right. Can barely see it in center field on the big board. Unbelievable. No! Just behind on the cutter.
Ooh, that was close.
Ugh. Come on, man. Okay. Grounds away the sinker foul. I'm waiting for that four-seamer, dude, up to 99. That's the problem. I'm worried. No, I felt the timing was good on that, but he swing through the sinker, and that situation squandered, and St. Louis takes the game. Well, it's a split series so far. We took the day off on Saturday, and now after the reset, it's Chris Bubich hoping to take the series from the Cardinals. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't take this game. They're 22-54, and I think that we need to really do this. We're 5 games above 500 versus a basement team with one of our better starters on the mound. Let's just make this clean and take the series. So we've got a big time blockbuster trade, and I think that this, without a doubt, should be the highest profile trade that we're going to make this whole year. It's Michael Wacha first, and the reason that we're looking at dumping Wacha, he's 34 years old, and right now he's an 80 overall. I think that he's performing very well, especially given his age. He's got a 377 earned run average at this point, 16 games played, 93 innings pitched. He's done a really good job. But the problem begins to arise when you look towards the future. He's making $17 million, which is not that bad. But at 34 years old, we're looking at the regression years. And so Wacha could very well end this year as a 70s overall player. And with a $17 million contract, with time, that's only going to get worse. So I think that Wacha is at the peak of his value and his usability right now. And the more that we play and leave Wacha on this team, the less enticing a trade with him is going to be. And we're going to get less quality for it. So Wacha, I think, is just more of a time-sensitive trade and not necessarily a quality. I'm sure that he would still be okay in 2028, but that's not what we're building this team to be. So Wacha is the first piece of ours that is going to go. Matt Strahm is one of the other really big pieces for us. He's a 79 overall with B potential, also 34 years old right now. And he is also performing very well. A 3.24 earned run average. He's picked up 21 saves in 27 games with 25 innings pitched, 27 strikeouts. And we've seen a few situations with him as well that have been resolved positively for us. So Strahm is another one who, it's not that we want to necessarily get rid of what he's bringing to the team, but he is a free agent next year. And at his age, we are not looking to extend him. So this is simply a matter of getting something instead of getting nothing. If we let Strahm ride out the year and then go into free agency, it's pretty much a waste of time for us. So again, we need to get something for this guy. And I think that there's plenty of teams that could benefit from having Matt Strahm right now. And the last piece of ours is Jorge Alfaro, currently our backup catcher at a 65 overall with deep potential, 32 years old. He's easily replaceable behind the dish as the backup. So this was actually a counter offer for us from the Cincinnati Reds. We initially had a different person there, but Alfaro was what they actually targeted here. So let's get to the Reds side of things and take a look at what we are going to get for this trade. First up from the Reds that we're taking a look at is TJ Friedl, a center fielder that also secondaries in left field. He's got a very good bat and an excellent clutch rating. He's a good defender right now. He's 30 years old. So I think that there's still plenty of usable time for us. He's averaging right now 296 with 9 home runs and 260 at-bats. So he's been very consistent and very productive for the Cincinnati Reds. He also has 2 more years of arbitration, and he's making the league minimum or just over it as of right now. So Friedl for the next few years, I think, is going to develop into a very good and consistent player. So I'd like that we get immediate production from him. And then there's Noelvi Marte. This is more of a long-term project for us. He is 24 years old right now, a B potential, 74 overall, but the bat looks good. The speed is there. he's going to be a competent fielder and defender as long as we can develop a little bit of that reaction and ability. I think he'll be just fine. He's got some power in the bat as well. He's currently averaging 221 on the major league roster, but I think our intent with him would be to put him down in the minor leagues to develop it a little bit longer. His age is certainly going to allow him time to develop, and there's 5 years of team control if you include this one as well. So plenty of time for him as well. So it gives us 2 higher level outfield guys that we could also be replacing other trade targets of ours with. So center field and right field could be covered by mid 70s B potential guys. We could dump the budget of Waka and the age of all 3 players. This definitely works out well for us. And I think that if the Reds are okay with this, that yeah, this is definitely a trade that we've got to make. And there we go. Trade has been accepted. So Friedel and Noelvi Marte are now Kansas City Royals. Welcome to the bedsheets and barbecue capital of the world. And we do pull off the series win. It's 5-1, win number 5 for Bubic, as Dustin May and the Cardinals go down in the series. And next up is a 4-game stretch on the road against Tampa Bay. But that's where we're going to end this episode today. We have climbed up the ladder just a little bit. We're 42-36, still trailing behind the Guardians, who, despite going 5 for 5 in their last 10, remain very strong at the top of the AL Central. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll get further into the year next time.